Hello everyone and welcome back to the Long Way Home podcast. Today you can see our usual studios are non-existent. We are currently in Barcelona. We are at the Grand Prix weekend. We were too slow to record our reaction for the Monaco Grand Prix, so we're going to give it you now and we're going to upload it raw. There's going to be no edits, so we apologise for our usual pictures that we put on screen, etc. We're just going to talk through our thoughts on the Monaco Grand Prix and hopefully give you some updates as we go through this weekend at Barcelona race. So, Jordan.
Yep.
This is all off our memory and from what we had on our notes. So we might miss some bits out, but who cares? It's kind of raw, untamed.
This is
kind
live
of
and
recap.
uninterrupted.
Yeah, uninterrupted. It's going to be very interrupted because there's a lot of mopeds and ambulances that are going past. Anyways, we'll get straight to it. So it started off, thing that I've got in my notes is that Kimi was on pole.
Yep.
With Verstappen up at the front, and they were being kind of flanked on, well, not flanked, but behind them on the grid was two Ferraris. So obviously everyone was kind of thinking, is this going to be some kind of advantage? Two cars, can they play some tactics? And it was obviously kind of raising some suspense for that Sunday start.
Yeah.
In qualifying, Russell was really struggling. I can't remember what it was. I want to say he's like 6th on the grid or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely
but he wasn't doing too well and he wasn't keen with the car. But Kimi, I remember watching the qualifying and I thought, I actually changed my F1 fantasy team. I put Leclerc. I was kind of making a bet that maybe he would do quite well.
Yeah.
So I put money on him, put him in my team. And then watching the qualifying, I was like, this is going to work. Like, I'm going to get loads of points. And then Kimi just somehow absolutely smashed it in that last couple of laps.
Was
and just,
really good.
nailed it. Did you have any extra notes on qualifying at all?
Just that obviously he picked the pole at the last minute. He was absolutely buzzing with it. Pre-qualifying, obviously the rules came out about lowering the electrical output, and I don't think there's any active aero either.
I'm not sure.
I think
there was aero being used, but I don't know if it was active.
It wasn't
aero.
active, so basically no wings being opened.
Right, okay.
So that all got stripped back. My dad actually told me about that. It seems a bit daft to me. I get it could have been a bit dangerous because it's very tight.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that we have this 50-50 split, so they have the speed. So I think the cars were probably a bit dulled down in terms of what they could get.
Yeah.
Yes, could have been a bit more dangerous, but surely it's meant to be just for every track, so turning them off didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and I think Lewis or someone was saying about how with the battery, even all that kind of being the tone down, they were never actually going to use the full capacity. So like the whole way around, there was no going to be like, what's it called now, super clipping and all that kind of stuff. It was just going to be purely battery full uses as much as you can, get up to top speed and then kind of braking. So at least there was kind of that. There was no kind of someone getting bogged down halfway down a straight because they're going to run out of battery.
So like apparently the closing speed was too dangerous. So they would then turn it off. So it would then nip off at 300 kph.
Right. Okay.
Which is why they.
I think Hulkenberg got like the fastest speed of the weekend. That car is pretty fast. But anyway, we'll go into the race.
Yeah.
So
pre-race.
Pre-race.
What did you think of the grid walk?
Grid walk. Okay. Interesting. I think I've been complaining a lot recently about I want to say like the Hollywoodization of the grid.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of celebrities that do enjoy the sport and they get invited on the grid, and that may be historically seen, and you get the odd person that comes along, and obviously they kind of either a friend or part of the network and they'd like come enjoy it and get the experience. But even now I just think it's getting really, really Americanized, Hollywoodized, and obviously Kim K's dating Lewis Hamilton, so she's going to be there. But I think there's just too much fanfare around that. And even the grid walks themselves look absolutely heaving.
Yeah. Too many people. But yeah, I think the issue I have with it is like, yes, I get you might not be like fully interested in it and you don't know what's going on. And you get to go because obviously it's like a benefit to you because you're obviously in that eye line of people that can go. I just think if you go, you should take it with both hands. And if someone comes up to you and asks you for a couple of questions,
you should answer them.
You should answer them.
Yeah.
Or we're not saying you're going to get quizzed on F1, but for instance, Martin Brundle went over to Kim K. She just literally like looked at Chloe and then walked off. Like, just say hi, how are you? Like, at the end of the day, you're going out with someone that takes part in it.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if Lewis said anything. Like after, probably not.
Apologised after.
Lewis
Apparently,
or Kim? Lewis.
No, Lewis has apologised,
right,
saying that obviously she supports him and she didn't really have a clue like what was going on, so he apologises. That's that another one I saw was Mbappe, but that was like pre-race. That was like a couple of days before.
Yep.
And Martin Brundle went up to him, and then like he had a security guard, and then he was like, "I run things around here, mate," and like tried to shove the microphone in, and Mbappe was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to enjoy my time here." Like, yeah, we get that, but like,
every I've seen loads of celebrities go, "Yeah, I'm here with such and such this weekend, and with Aston Martin this weekend. I'm supporting them."
20 seconds.
You know, I'm looking forward to it.
Not discount it completely and go, "Well, I'm just here to enjoy it, so I don't really want to talk to you."
Yeah, can you piss off,
Well,
please?
no. That's part of the experience.
I think at one point Martin said, like, "Don't push me. Do you know I'm a celebrity around here?" or something like that.
He said, "I run things around
Yeah.
here."
But yeah, the grid walks, they're even cringier when it gets to like the American races, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, I guess. It brings money into the sport. So, anything else for the pre-race grid walk? No. Race, I would say, all sat there on the grid. I think there was some worries about people being outside of the boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But once the lights did go out, they were great starts, as always, from Ferraris. And I think that was always the concern of it being Kimi Antonelli, Verstappen, and then two Ferraris behind. Could they somehow weave again tactically, get a good start, get in front of everyone and do some jiggery pokery? But Antonelli got off well as well, which was really good to see. Good for him. It seems like the Mercedes are really figuring out the starts. And then someone who didn't figure out the start was Verstappen. And he just, obviously not like him, out of character, stalled the car. But I think he said whilst they were doing the formation lap, he could feel something in the car, in the engine that wasn't right. So he kind of just like trundled off the line, and everyone, you know, thank God no one went into the back of him in his gearbox. But yeah, he trundled off the line.
Norris or Piastri that had to
very
go out
quickly.
the way again.
It was whoever was behind him, whether it was Leclerc or Hamilton, was already ready and angled to like dodge him anyway, kind of thing. But yeah, the other car that's blind to that behind, quick reflexes as always. But it was a good start. And then he obviously, Verstappen went round and just did one lap and then pretty much came straight back in.
The engine
for whatever was wrong with it. But Antonelli absolutely ripped away at the start. Ferraris weren't even really competitive or in the game. They couldn't even keep a second behind Antonelli to then get the overboost and all that kind of stuff. He was just having a great race from the start, just absolutely flew away from it. And I think at that point, most of the concentration on Kimi Antonelli's race was just gone. It was just then focusing on what was going on with the rest of the people, with Leclerc, Hamilton, you know, a bit of Russell, Hajar, Gasly, all this kind of stuff. But yeah, anything else for you for the start?
Obviously, Verstappen retired, Behrman followed. And then it sort of, nothing really happened after that, which is true of Monaco. Usually anyway. Usually where you start is where you finish, unless you have an issue or you crash. So I think it was a bit
last year they did a mandatory 2-stop, didn't they, to try and make it less boring?
Yeah, just so they could get some more.
But then this year it was back to 1-stop, and I think that was the strategy for most people, was to do a 1-stop. I can't remember what position it was, like how many laps it was, but it seemed like they just kept going and going and going until that. I swear, I've not read it on my notes, but I swear someone tried to do an undercut and it kind of worked, but I might have been imagining that. I'm maybe not quite sure. But I do know that halfway through the race, Norris was then trying to sandbag purposefully, and this is obviously something you can do it. Starting to back them up, so then Piastri could make a bit of a gap. So this is where maybe 20 or some laps in, tactics started to come into play. Obviously Antonelli's already miles in front, whatever, but Norris started sandbagging to allow Piastri to have a pit stop gap behind it, whoever was behind Norris at the time. And I think Norris was a bit like, I'm not really enjoying this. But then his car conked out anyway, which I can't even remember the reason for that. Was that another gearbox engine issue or something like that?
I think so, yeah. Well, I actually haven't got that noted down. That is.
Have you not? They DNF'd?
They conked out, no.
Yeah, he DNF'd. And then Piastri managed to get his pit stop. Then Williams were trying to do the same strategy for Sainz and Albon.
Yeah.
Albon was being the one who's being told, hey, you've got to hold the pack up. And because the cars behind Albon weren't very, they're not super fast, they couldn't. But then Albon's tyres were starting to go off. And then I think Lindblad just went absolute kamikaze, went straight past him. Who the hell is Lindblad? Yeah, I bet that's what he was like when he was out of the car. He's like, who the hell is Lindblad? That's true, flew past him. But yeah, Albon, he gets very vocal over the radio waves, does Albon. He's always expressing his emotions about how things are going.
Yeah.
But he was not happy that he had to try and do that tactic. And I
don't think anyone wants to do that though, do they?
No.
It's against the theme of racing. You want to just go all out. I get it sometimes if it favours your pit stop after as well. But a track like Monaco, I don't, if you're doing that, I don't think it favours you.
No.
Because you end up further behind.
Yeah.
Let's say something happened, like a small clip or something, and you were right behind someone, you would gain that place. Whereas if you're busy backing people up, you're not going to gain that.
No.
But yeah, I don't agree with it. But I guess they have to do it for maximum points, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I think that was other things at the start as well that I missed was on the hairpin, there was some bumps, wasn't there? I think Hulkenberg might have bumped into Sainz.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sainz was like one of the first DNFs because he had to, he got bumped on the hairpin, hit the side a bit, seemed fine. Then the camera angle changed to the tunnel.
Yeah. So
you never really saw what happened. But then it kind of jumped back again, the camera to Sainz, and he was then doing like a 180 and started to drive off again. And I was like, surely that didn't do that much damage. But it turns out, I think then Colapinto had gone into him like second, just as we were getting round to the tunnel. So yeah, he had no wait, did he have a DNF then? Who was it? Because if Albon was trying to make a pit.
All I've got is Behrman retired, and then Stroll crashes. So I'm not sure he DNF'd on that. But I know there were a lot of DNFs.
Did he just do a 180 and then get it back?
Potentially.
Can't have.
I literally can't remember.
This is what happens when we do recaps a week later. But someone got pipped on the hairpin and had to do a 180.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, some sandbagging tactics were trying to be employed throughout the weekend, or deployed, should I say. It was pretty boring race in between, apart from when they did start doing pit stops.
Yeah.
Then we can't do it right now, but imagine it, Leonardo DiCaprio, me throwing the penalties off the boat, right?
Literally, every single person had an eye next to their name.
Yeah.
And we were like, is that speed gun broke?
Yeah.
And turns out...
Is it a gun, or is it apparently something underneath the track that kind of like...
Potentially, I'm just saying it's a speed gun, but yeah, like the detector for the pit lane entry obviously wasn't working, because there's no way that many people did that.
Speeding.
And the way you enter it is after the corner, so you're not even going that fast anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to go right and then right again to get in there.
Yeah.
So I was watching it with one of my family, and we were like, well, it's pretty much impossible to get even to that limit.
Yeah.
And we were like, it just sounds a bit dodgy. Obviously, we've found out that
it was dodgy.
It was dodgy. And then after the pit stops, there was a weird bit of marble or bit of the track on the left-hand side before the last corner.
Yep.
Stroll seems to just go on ice and go straight into it.
Yep.
And we were like, that's so weird.
Well, it was like, that's so Stroll.
Well, yeah.
Everyone was like,
it was weird, but then it was Stroll, so I was like, okay, fair enough. And then it went round again. Obviously, they recovered that car.
Yep.
Started the game, we were like, oh, they're all bunched up, could be a bit fun. And then Leclerc does the exact same thing.
Was that a VSC for that, or an actual safety car?
Actual
safety car.
Actual, yeah. That's why they bunched up. So they all bunched up. Obviously, everyone was like going mad for the pits. And then they literally started again. Leclerc did the exact same thing.
Yeah, because they had to go through the pits, didn't they, as well?
To fix that. That was after.
Yeah, was that after?
So Leclerc did it again. They were like, oh, something wrong with that bit of track.
Yeah.
Then they had another safety car.
Right.
and then they were having to go through the pits
Yeah.
while that was being done, and then they decided to red flag it.
Yeah. And the double pit that was done by Mercedes, whether it was the first pit or the second pit,
They didn't serve the penalty.
George didn't serve his penalty.
Yeah, so
that screwed
served the
him up as
penalty
well.
again.
And then apparently there was Bernie Collins was saying, or someone was saying about how he'd literally got out of his car during the red flag, ran to go speak to the FIA people, because clearly he knew, he's like, well, what am I meant to do here? I don't think my engineers have done it right. He pulled into his spot as if like, I'm going to serve my penalty.
And they
But the
started
team just
taking
went
the
straight
chance.
onto it, and he obviously has no control over that.
So that, what is he saying? Is he trying
I
to
think
say?
he just wanted to go speak to the what am I meant to do here? Because it's not my fault.
So he got out of his car when it was red flagged.
When
So
red
they
flag
already
got
asked.
out, everyone is allowed
Right.
to get anyway. So, but I think he ran to go speak to them, and I think Bernie Collins made a joke of like, is he going to get another penalty now because he's interfering with the FIA?
I mean, technically, if he's not gone in, obviously he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But if the team have gone, no, this is just a pit stop,
Yep.
and then he serves it, why does he have to do it? Or
Dunno.
was it just classed as him doing it twice because they messed it up?
He has to stop, then have the
Then no one
thing.
touch it, yeah.
You can't. Yeah, I think he would have to come back round and do a stop
Do it
again,
again.
and then get lost again.
So obviously that messed him up.
Yep. So the reason that they actually Stroll went off and then Leclerc went off was because the freshly laid tarmac
Yeah.
had started to like peel off.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was just the dirty side of the track, but it was actually pieces of the tarmac breaking up. And there's a
Yeah.
really good picture, if you go Google it, of like lap 1 completely smooth, lap whatever 68. It looked like most of the roads around the UK,
Come
potholes
away.
everywhere. So
Yeah. So yeah, broken up track is what I put down for the long delay. It seemed to go on forever, so I actually went food shopping,
yeah.
come back, it's late for this.
Yeah.
And then they restarted, so I was like, oh, this is going to be good now. Maybe Hamilton can steam through,
Yeah.
get the win. Obviously, it wasn't to be. Antonelli was amazing again.
So good.
Good start, clean. I don't think since he's been winning, he's not really done. Well, obviously he's won, so he's not really done anything wrong. But no blemishes, no near misses. He's literally just
Playing it smooth, playing it well.
absolutely smashed it.
And if he does it again this weekend in Barcelona, then he's matching with Russell.
Russell's
Is he
wins.
matching or beating?
Matching.
Matching Russell's wins.
Which is crazy.
Which I think he's going to cry.
Yeah.
Russell's going to have a hard time getting over this mentally, I think. If Kimi matches him this weekend, and heaven forbid if he then beats him the weekend after, I think Russell's head's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And it's just over for him, really.
Yeah, I can see him getting a bit frustrated. Hopefully he can get a good quality time tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the practice times yet.
No.
But obviously we'll be there watching
Live and in the
practice
flesh.
3 and qualifying tomorrow. So
Yep. But yeah, it was penalties galore in Monaco. I was initially kind of calling it a bit of a shambles because of it, and it just messes everything up. Like, you've got to serve a penalty. It kind of confuses it, and
yeah,
it was a shambles because
essentially
now
you feel like you're going to be lower down.
Yeah.
Because you've got, for instance, Russell. I'm not sure whether he got his for speeding either, but whether he did, if he did, then he's had to do that twice for no reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's no way they can say, oh well, you would have finished third, so we'll give you that.
Yeah.
You can only go with.
Was Gasly's for speeding as well? Because
Gasly's was for
that's what
speeding
we
as well.
found out literally breaking
Just,
before this,
yeah.
is that Gasly's now got the podium because his penalty's been revoked or whatever. So Hadjar's now, I'm guessing, down into 4th.
Yeah.
So that's a shame for
But
Hadjar.
They can award that to him because he carried on as if nothing happened.
Right.
Served it, and then they've just put his time back on.
Right.
And then obviously that puts him back up.
Yeah.
Whereas Russell, he did it that many times.
Yeah.
He's not going
Not in
to
the
probably
runnings
do
anyway.
make a dent.
But yeah, another race where there was a high amount of attrition. I think the highest one yet. 6 or 7 drivers
It's
out.
expected from Monaco, but there wasn't actually that many crashes.
No.
It was more like
Engines.
issues,
Yeah.
not being able to, the car not being able to.
2
make
crashes. 2 because of the silly tarmac.
it. I just mean like
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
collisions with each other. Like the tarmac thing was odd. Like it wasn't like a high speed.
Yeah.
Someone diving in and trying to get a pass. So yeah, it definitely didn't go the way I thought.
No.
But again, as Monaco always is, the middle bit is always a bit meh. But I remember last year was the rain one.
I can't remember last year.
Yeah.
I can barely remember last week.
There's been a couple recently where it's been a bit more exciting, a bit of rain,
Yeah.
and a bit of jeopardy with like tyres, but I feel like that's the only way Monaco really.
Yeah.
But from a spectacle of when you actually watch them on board and doing laps, I can still appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can still watch them do that.
I thought there was going to be more. I thought the battery was going to give it more. Like there was going to be more overtaking this bit, like with the overboost or whatever.
There's only one place to do it though, really. Like you could lunge into the first corner.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's after the tunnel down the hill.
We were saying that. Well, I was saying, I don't know if you agreed, but like I was saying, or was I saying it to someone else? I might have been saying it to someone else. But I think when you get out of the tunnel and you go out a little, you should just have a straight. Just go out the tunnel. You just keep going. Obviously, in this car, you'll just we'll get into super clipping at some point.
Yeah.
Your car will run out of battery. But like, if you just didn't have that little bit,
I wonder why they put that in actually. Because
what? Just to probably just add a little bit of flavour. But it doesn't really.
But it doesn't, because you can't.
It doesn't
pass
add
that.
for any competitiveness. No.
Because as soon as someone covers off that thing, you can't go around the outside.
No.
Because you're coming back on the
It's too skinny and tight for anything to happen.
Yeah, I think
you may as well just send it straight down.
Straight down, and is that fast left-hander, isn't it? And then it's a chicane.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe that's right to them.
Put down in the comments how you think you should redesign. Get a piece of wire, throw it onto the floor, see how it lands, and we'll redesign Monaco just like it, and we'll pick our favourite ones in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else, George, about the race?
Not about Monaco, no. Obviously, we're here in Barcelona. Thoroughly enjoyed today.
Yep.
A lot of steps. What was it, 14k?
14k, 20 odd thousand steps.
Yeah, that we've walked. We did pretty much 2 laps of the track.
Yep.
Just trying to eke out where to sit and where to go. We went to one fan zone, thinking we'll go on the simulators. It wasn't in that fan zone, so we went around the other side to be able to go on the simulators. There is a pit stop thing where you change the tyres.
Pit stop challenge, yeah.
That we want to do tomorrow. The aim tomorrow is to get there nice and early, watch the
Porsche
Supercut, obviously the F2 sprint.
Yep.
And then the practice and the quali. So another long day. For anyone that hasn't been before and you are doing general admission, if you don't know where you're going to be situated, it is quite a long day to walk around.
Yeah.
And it does take it out. I mean, it's hotter here, so
yeah.
I think that's a big
it's
element.
About 29 degrees, which is about 77 to 80 Fahrenheit, I think it is, or something like that.
And there's quite a lot of trees here, so you can actually find shade.
Shade, yeah.
And there's little areas where people sit, so it's quite good for that. I just think, obviously, I've not been before.
Yeah.
You've done Silverstone, but you didn't do general admission.
No.
So, like, just a tip, if you are thinking of going and to a hot country, just try and just spend the first day maybe like looking where you want to sit, because if you just spend the whole time walking around for somewhere to sit, it's not spoils it, but you just tend to spend the time looking, and then it's hot, and you just get a bit too bothered with it.
And we came home a little bit earlier than everything had finished fully on the timetable because of that reason. We were just kind of like scouting around, feet were starting to hurt, heat was taken out of us. We just wanted a tapas and cervezas.
We want tapas and beers, that's where we're going.
Yeah, that's where we're going after this.
This is why this is short and sweet, and we're going.
Yeah. We don't have any clips of the week this week. Unless you do have, I'm not going to be able to put it in, so there's no point.
Put the next one.
If you go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all that kind of stuff, we do sometimes repost stuff on there, put stuff on the stories, so you might see our clip of a week on there.
One comment that we did get actually from the socials. So someone followed us and then very quickly messaged us. They're called the Flat Six Brothers. Six Brothers. They've got, I think he's got 3 Porsches. I'm not sure which ones they are, but he said, I look forward to listening to the podcast, so thanks for reaching out. He also said that they've just got home and they took the long way home from a long trip a couple of weeks ago. They did 5 countries in Europe: France, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland and Italy. And they said they also like the Chris Harris and Friends podcast.
Nice.
I did respond, and then they said they were away for 5 days. They covered 3,000 miles overall, which is pretty good going
That's
in
good
that
going.
short time. But yeah, kudos to that, and hopefully one day we'll be in a position where we can go take some nice cars. and drive it through
Hopefully.
Europe.
Speaking of nice cars, and thanks for the comment, by the way. My family does the Fast Lane Club, and they're currently, little tidbit, they're in Brescia, they're in Italy, all over the place at the moment, doing the Mille Miglia, 1,000 miles across Italy. So if you want to go follow Fast Lane Club on Instagram as well, follow along, see what they're doing. Great stuff over there. Definitely go check them out. Friends of the podcast.
Yep.
So thank you very much for watching.
Thank you very
Hopefully
much.
there's not too many mopeds in the background. We'll try and drown it out as much as possible, but we'll see you in the next episode.